Her name was Renee Nicole Good. She was a 37-year-old. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. She was a 37-year-old.
Check a microphone. Check. Every time you log into this, Restream should make a desktop app. The app that I got the other day was not a Restream app. It was more of a chat box. So can you all hear me now? Testing 1, 2, 2, testing. Let me know if you can hear me. Boom, there it is. Now, James, is it like it's picking up every single thing, like keyboard, mouse click, horse in the throat? But anyway, yeah, going into Restream, it's a pain in the butt because every time you go in there, it's a website, it's a web browser. You go in there and then your settings are all different than the last time you left there. So there was definitely some issues getting into the stream this morning. For some reason, it wasn't loading the studio. I don't know if it's because multiple people are in there at the same time trying to click on things. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So if everybody's kind of in there at the same time, there might be some issues with that. So, but anyway, my voice is going to sound a little raspy this morning. It's what happens when you go to bed at like 3 in the morning and then wake up at 7, 8, something like that, 7:30, 7. So can't be burning the candle at both ends. So it's not good for you. Not only good for you, you get tired, you're doing trading, you're looking at candlestick patterns and all the things and trying to make trades. And yeah, it's not good to be trading while you're tired. So, but anyway, good to have everybody. I see everybody in the chat. Market is not operational today. But I just have the website up. We'll talk about the free workshop class, what we're going to go over, some of the things that we will touch upon. It's not going to be anything super advanced because it's pretty much starting your day trading journey. So can't scare people out, talking about all the advanced stuff that's out there. Something at American Dream Trading that Coach talks about all the time is trying to keep things as simple as possible without overcomplicating it. So, want to be clear that it's, we're not going to be talking about the Fibonacci retracements and all those things. So, if that's more your speed, that's cool. But I promise you, if you are still not finding success and you're going into these rooms trying to find or trying to learn a new language, and I say rooms, Discords, websites, YouTube, TikToks, all the things. You got to really dial it down and just get to the basics. There's nothing wrong with learning what the term means, even if it is something like a Fibonacci. But if you're trying to do all these different strategies and throwing a whole bunch of things at it to try to understand, or maybe I found the new way to trade, and it doesn't end up proving itself over and over and over, then it becomes clearly a problem, right? So if you don't find success from something, we always say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, all right. So let me get James the link over here because he's dying to come in the chat. Give me a sec. Let me get this. I want to get this right link. Hold on a second. Invite guest. Add a placeholder. What is that? Guests can rebroadcast on their channels. No, we don't want to do that. Copy link. Let me throw this up here. All right. So let's take our time with it. We don't. I know I'm not like the high energy and yeah, coming through the camera. But it's early. It's early. We'll warm up. We'll have some laughs, and as soon as I get some more moderators in here to have a good time with. So, James, I posted the link, moderators channel. So come on over. if you want to join us. And for my moderators that are normally on not on the on camera, if you want to come in without a camera, that's okay too. I don't care as long as I can hear your voice. But anyway, so how about that? How about that NFL? Huh? Come on, I know people are watching it. Was that catch with the Bills a catch or an interception? Because I thought it was a catch. We're switching gears here for a second. Get the juices flowing, get the creativity going. That was, to me, was a catch. You can't just roll over on somebody after the guy's down and has possession and then strip the ball away. But hey, refs are going to be refs. I wonder who was the favorites to win that game on DraftKings or whatever. So only because Drewski said field goal kicker's best friend. So I'm just curious. All right. James is backstage. Let's go, James. Oh, please, let's make sure your audio is correct, just like mine. Hold on one second. There he is. There he is.
Morning, Bruno.
What's up? Can y'all hear the
Can you
echo?
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How was your weekend?
You can hear me, right? Test, test, test.
Yeah, am I
Yeah.
getting an echo?
No, I mean, well, I'm not getting an echo from you. Let me and let me know at home if you can hear me typing too, because Restream doesn't have the greatest filters. So
I'm trying to find my best side, the right camera angle.
more importantly, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Mr. George. Hello? This James guy, he's no good. Hello? Can you hear me?
How much you pay for this guy?
How much you pay for this guy?
No, it's too much. It's too
Too
much.
much. Too much. Hello, Mr. George. All right. Jerry, both of you sound fine. No echo. Yeah, we can hear it all typing, but it still sounds clean and crisp. All right, cool. Yeah, for some reason, Restream doesn't have really good audio like suppression, I guess, when you're using a website. So we were trying to do the whole OBS, but I don't have the correct settings for it. I know two of our guys have it set up perfectly. We've been instructed to use virtual cable. I've downloaded virtual cable for anyone else that's listening. That's a moderator at ADT. Virtual cable is, I have it installed, but it's not doing anything for me. So, and this is through OBS. So Restream, there, you could clearly see there's not many issues here, but of course you hear the typing, so we can talk to each other. When we have the Zoom users on, the volume's got to be turned down a little bit on the speakers, and then it should help with the echo.
Well,
But we're for the
question,
time,
Bruno.
yeah.
Which one did you download? Because I know
The
there's a
one
few.
for Windows. The one for Windows.
Okay.
The top, very top one, the new version. So
I'll send you what I got.
all right. Well, is it working for you?
Honestly, I just downloaded it. I haven't, I'm
Okay.
having to figure out the channels because there's
Because I
names.
have it. I have it installed, and it's not. It's not doing anything for me. So I've tried it. I've watched countless videos. Again, when we're using all these different platforms, Zoom and Restream and this and that and TikTok and all the things and TikTok Studio, bringing it all together. That's the problem, is bringing it all together so it's seamless. I've watched countless videos of them setting things up. I've set it up, and then I get to the point where they're like, okay, well, use this audio and select this audio. I go to click and look, I don't have it. So I don't have what they have on the screen. So it kind of defeats the purpose of going through that whole video. And then we get to that one point where the magic bullet isn't there. So, but anyway, enough about that. So, yeah, free workshop class, January 22nd, which is coming up this week. We are this week, right? Yeah, this week.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. And then 4 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Siri's talking to me. Anyway, what'd you say, James?
So I can't wait for that Thursday.
Yep. Thursday. We'll have
some good topics.
Yep. We have some moderators that will present. Start your day trading journey. And we have that bad boy up on the screen. Up on the screen. Anyway. Oh, that's what you got? Ooh. That's what that looks like?
Yes, sir.
Or is that okay? VB Audio. Oh, it's the software. I downloaded the plugin.
Oh,
yeah.
See, that's why I asked. You know, we need to all at least have the same thing downloaded.
Well, I mean, I will say, like, you know, if there was enough time in the day,
very true.
Enough time in the day. Like, I see you on the backstage. There's only so much time you could do all the things unless you start losing sleep over things. But I wish there was 20. Well, I wish there was 24 hours in a day. There is 24 hours in the day. I wish I could stay awake 24 hours in a day to get things done. Next thing you know, you blink and 12 hours are gone. And you're like, oh, look at that. Doug, can you hear us? You're live. Live. Maybe I should start acting like a fool up in here.
Oh, you need a monster.
I can hear you.
Drink a monster. You like a monster? I like a monster. Drink a monster.
You like a monster? I like a monster. I like a Red Bull. You like a Red Bull? You want a Red Bull? Anyway. Oh! I hear the old rattle.
Everybody likes Red Bull.
Hear the old desk rattle, the old microphone rattle, and the old keyboard typing. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So let's take a look around, see what you know. You never know. You might learn something. For those that are at home, and hopefully, I know some of our members. We don't have a live Zoom on right now, so some of our members are taking the day off. Some are probably fiending or gnawing at the arm because they want to trade. But there's no live Zoom today. So, but if they are in the chat on our social medias, say what's up in the chat. And good to see everybody. Traders Lounge is the link to watch it on YouTube. Of course, we're live on TikTok and we're live on a couple other things. So trying to talk and keep everything going at the same time and making sure all the channels are live. Yep, they're all live. I see everything. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Instagram says provide new stream key. ADT Coach, Twitter, ADT Coach on TikTok. Yes, I did say that. And then we're also going to be live here on WAP here shortly, because I did not put that one in because I have to manage that. And then, you know, there's no me in the background going typey. So I got to go and put that live, make that go live. So let's make that go live.
Coach, I think we've found our first multiplicity candidate.
Who?
You. Come on, you've seen the movie. Michael Keaton, Multiplicity.
Oh, yeah. I have seen that movie. I'm like, Bruno. What's he talking about? Yeah.
We get about 16 other Brunos.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
We might get ahead of things.
Yeah. Stock market. Oh, shit. No, that's not what we're saying. Live. What are we gonna call it? Shooting the shit. Live chatting. Market research. Sorry for the typing, everybody. Live chit chat.
Blustering.
Think we can get what, 10 people up in here? 10 people? Do you have an echo on TikTok? Did it go away? No. Who's got the echo?
Apparently, I do.
Up in the restream?
Let me look.
Yeah, James still has an echo.
Oh, remember when you're in, remember if you just remember what he said? If you have
Yep.
the tab open, it's kind of like,
Mute the tab.
yeah, if you're watching the stream and you're watching whatever, there's just mute the, but then you won't be able to hear me, I guess. I don't know. Make sure you don't have the stream up and running, it's feeding through your speakers or something. I don't know. What's this preview button here?
I have it muted, but I can still hear you.
Wait, what is this? You can only go live with 25 watts
Okay,
at a time.
I muted the restream tab, but I can hear you through TikTok.
Okay. Whatever works if there's no echo. Listen, folks, cut us a break, okay? We're not streamers, all right? Everybody calm down. Well, I mean, with the exception of Doug. Doug's now, he's
Well,
live.
that's why
Try it.
I'm talking to see if there's still an echo.
We're not streamers, everybody. All right, calm down. Calm down. All right.
Actually, the echo's coming through restream.
Let me see if it is. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Let me try this real quick. Don't you breathe heavily. Don't you breathe heavily. Hold on a second. All right. Check now. Check now.
Checking.
Check. Oh, man. We are cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked.
Say something, James.
Something.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
That's better. I think that fixed it. What'd you do?
So as long as you don't share, I don't know if that was it, but I just turned off share desktop audio. But then it will be a problem if we were doing the Zoom call,
Zoom.
right?
Yeah.
So
Which is what I ran into on Friday. It was getting echoing like crazy on Friday.
yeah.
But I was on my home system, not my work system. I think
What the
there's
hell
some
happened? What the hell happened?
challenges there.
What happened to the screen? Oh. All right. Who's playing around with the settings?
I didn't touch it.
Hold on a second.
Yes, DL. You can definitely get just the call out. American Dream Trading. Scan the QR code. Sign up for the free workshop. There's your call out.
Why did it do that? All right. Who's messing with the layout? Hold on a second.
Nothing's changed over on the screen.
I got a blue screen of death over here.
Well, that's your system then.
No, it's not the system, but I mean, like, I've just literally, it was just working. Now, if somebody's trying to poke in through the back door,
yeah, we're good,
and messing around with things, you gotta. If you're messing around, hold on a second. Let me look, because I see somebody in the chat. American Coach, is that you? Coach poked in. Yeah. Because if he's logged in under his account, it's acting like
Yeah,
he's
he just
not
posted on
screen
the
sharing.
YouTube about the Diamond Lifetime.
Yeah, that because that
Just
ain't
the
new.
and
That
Coach is
ain't,
going
enough
to
of
have to get
that,
a
as of
different account.
January or February 1st, it will be gone.
is he on you? Is he on YouTube? Yeah, he's on YouTube.
He is on YouTube. Yeah.
Coach, are you in Restream right now? Because my screen sharing just went blank. Let me click over here real quick. See if anybody else is hanging out in the back. Nope, I don't see nobody over there. Hold on a second. Replace screen sharing. Window entire screen share. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look, look. Who's that? Who that? Hold on. Stop the screen sharing. Let's try it again. Share. There you go.
Yeah.
Stopped it, but that was weird. All right. We're in.
Mark out there on TikTok. Are you in this NQ long or not? Because you should be. Just saying.
Listen, you better take yourselves over to futures. What it says up on there, stock market education and
Yeah.
live training. Take yourself
Well,
over to
listen.
futures.
Stock
This
market's
ain't no
closed.
futures. You had your chance. You had your chance. Mark got on this morning. James gonna back me up. You had your
He
chance
wasn't
to come in
restreaming
here
though.
and
I
start
couldn't
talking
join
about
him.
futures. But now I'm here talking about stock market, stocks, and options. That's it.
All right,
That's it.
let him have it.
I said, I don't care if you're from Ohio. You take yourself back with your Steerling back to Ohio.
Mark, chart is a chart.
Chart is a chart is a chart. You take yourself over to futures, get you something real nice for 99 cents over there. All right. Anyway, I'm just messing around. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. All right. Let me see what the hell's going on with WAP. Why does it say this? Oh man, oh man, oh man. James, you want to take a look at the oh, heard something. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say you want to take a look at the earnings for this week, what we got coming up, even though the market's closed today.
Yes, sir.
Butcher is up there, front and center. You ain't talking. I know that. I know.
Just
I know that's Doug typing. I know that's Doug typing. I know that's Doug typing.
Just throwing an advertisement in the Traders Lounge.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, James.
I was just going to show a sneak peek of the Trading View, Coach's Trading View indicators. Nice still shot with the EWO volume, all adjustable. Look at this. It gives you the ATR, buying volume, selling volume. How amazing is that? Regression channel trend tells you what today's open was, the high, the low, previous day close. If we had a pre-market, it would show you pre-market high, pre-market low. You know, you can't say guarantees, but you know, some things kind of make it almost foolproof. Almost.
Yeah, it's just another tool, right?
Yeah.
It's not 100% foolproof because like a stock can exceed those lines. The trend channel can exceed upside, downside. It can kind of hover inside. It can stay inside the channel. It can break the channel. It could. There's endless possibilities. It's not 100%. If that was the case, then we would just sell indicators and call them trading alerts, and everybody would get rich off of it, right?
Well,
So
yeah, it's like you said, it's a tool. And
yeah.
you know, I've always believed the right tool for the job, but the right tool for the job doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to use the tool.
Correct.
And you can't learn how to use the tool if you don't get the tool that is included with the Diamond lifetime membership. I'm just saying. But you wanted to take a look at earnings.
What's up, Bug Bite 0406 over on YouTube? Good to see you.
Sounds like they live in the South. Bug bite.
Bug Bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get bugs anywhere. Just not in the north right now because it's like 10 degrees outside. Not a single bug for miles.
I don't know. It's actually cooled off a little bit in Texas. If something bites you now, you probably had it coming.
All right, sorry. Go back to your discussion of earnings. What do we got?
Earnings.
What
We've
do we
got
got?
some good ones coming up Tuesday.
Yeah.
We've got DR Horton in Tuesday morning, Bank Corp. Fastenal is one I like. I've spent a lot of money with Fastenal. Netflix in the afternoon. United Airlines. A lot of banks this week. Ally Financial, Pinnacle. Johnson and Johnson is a good one I'll be watching for Wednesday, and Halliburton, of course, with all the world events. Halliburton.
You said United is coming up.
Yes, sir. United is Tuesday afternoon after close.
So, I mean, we're live, so I can't really. I mean, I can and can't, but anyway, they just hired an ex American Airlines executive over there for marketing. Um, a lot of their execs are coming from like these bigger airliners. But from what I understand is I got to tread lightly. So he was let's just say he's no longer with another company. So, but he wasn't that great of a job. So, yeah, they brought him on board over at United. So more power to them. But anyway, looking at their numbers, I mean, currently trading at 113.60, 113.62. I'm on a 1 hour chart. It's been stair stepping slowly, steadily. Let's look at a daily. Daily, it's up there. It's come a long way. Last time they had earnings, it was October 15th, 2025, to the tune of revenue of 15.23 billion US dollars in Q3, and that was back in October. After that, it looked like it kind of slumped down, but of course, we know um, one of the biggest cost factors, aside from payroll, is jet fuel, right? So if and of course we're at the time where we've already exceeded through the holiday season or the holiday peak season for travel. So the numbers that are coming out should
Reflect that.
a reflective should be a reflection on past sales that we've had in the last 3 months. So, but during this time, usually with the airliners, it is the slower time leading up until once spring break hits and then beyond. So after spring and going into the summertime, then the summer travel ramps up, and of course, um, but I will tell you, just from a standpoint, if their customer service is there, if they're ranked pretty high in terms of or how many destinations they go to, what type of fleets they're operating, these are all play a role in profitability, right? So that's what I was trying to hint at, is go straight to profitability. Are they delivering a great product? Are customers satisfied? Is there repeat business? Is every plane, every seat? Because airlines, they go by revenue per seat. So the more bodies they can put in, the more butts they can put in the chairs, the more money they make. And it's not just also passengers, it's also cargo too. So they're hauling cargo underneath, and from a larger scale of things, they're operating multiple facets or multiple avenues of revenue for these airliners, for these companies. So just something to think about. And then I know that there's been some gripe about even workers and working without a contract. These are all things, um, like I'm saying, from one aspect or one part of the airline. I'm just trying to find the right words. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but or misrepresent it. So I know that there's some little bit of gripe going on internally with one group, one specific group. So they're looking for a contract to, of course, to make more money, right? So, um, but yeah. So if your employees are not happy, what do you think it's doing to your customer service as well? So if they don't have a contract, I don't know if the service expectations are going to be there. Again, I got to tread lightly, got to be careful what I say. So, but
Well,
anyway,
and not to speculate or form a bias, but looking at TradingView on the 6 month, you can see all the earning tabs. They haven't missed on earnings for a while.
yeah.
So will the streak continue? Don't
Now
form
you
a
gotta
bias, but
you gotta be careful with that. Hover over each one, because remember, there's revenue and then there's EPS, earnings per share, and that right there is what.
right,
Well,
reported
it's
estimate.
it's not. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because maybe they because it says there it's a surprise, and that surprise is down 100 and I can see your
107 million.
yeah, 107 million. So that's the kicker, because a lot of times, if you notice, just because you see a green earnings thing saying, "Oh, it's green," that means that the stock's going to go up. If you notice overall, if you just click away from that box, the stock really didn't start to rebound until like middle between the earnings, right? So right there, it started to kind of go back up. You see,
Yeah.
so it might have had a nice little reaction at earnings, and then you see again, same story. If you hover over the next tile, see what they did. Earnings per share is it's not that it's not important, but you have that there is, so you got two: earnings per share and revenue you beat. That's good. And then how did the stock perform after that? Sometime in the middle of the road, it kind of. But then again, that's just how it's going to work. As day traders, we capitalize on the shorter time frames. So we're trading the same day. Therefore, if it has good positive earnings and there's good guidance and stock shoots up, we capitalize on that. We're not holding on as long-term investors. Now, if you are long-term investors, you might see the pattern kind of every time there's an earnings, it kind of might have a spike on the initial earnings call or earnings day, and then it kind of trends back down. And then the next earnings, it kind of starts to trend back up, and then it falls off in the middle of or right now it had the last earnings reported, and then it kind of died down a little bit. But then you have to understand, if there's no catalyst behind it, there's no drive behind it, or there's no news surrounding the company, then you might have the stock kind of just hanging out in limbo, waiting for the next exciting thing that's going to happen, or getting investors excited. So, and that's with anything that we trade. There are moments, there are days, there's sometimes even weeks where stock stays what's inside of that channel and doesn't really trade outside of it, and just stays up, down, up, down, up, down, stays kind of in. And the next thing you know, they release something or some negative news comes out, and then the stock just falls. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be just the company related. It could be, the global news. It could be tariffs. It could be anything. The T word could be anything that makes the market react. So,
Very much so. I do have to throw in too that there's this amazing newsletter that Doug does
why don't you pull that up for us there?
that has a lot of great information, especially on earnings.
You looking for it?
Yeah, I've got it right here. I just got to find, because there's also futures.
I say give them the stocks and options, and I was going to say something. Damn the futures. Give us the stocks and options.
You mean the only market open aside from crypto that's trading right now? Yeah, sure. Whatever.
How's the volume looking based off of those numbers I saw this morning? Not a whole lot. They're squeaking by.
Better. Yeah, better now.
Yeah.
NQ's still at
You
48.
can tell. You can tell when there's volume coming in because
Holy moly.
I'll just leave that person unnamed. But when you're looking, you're like, yeah, that's pretty low there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really trying to push something out of the market.
Yeah, he's working hard for that.
Yeah. So there's UAL's chart. They got earnings coming up. To recap, if you're just joining us, welcome. We are
I
American.
just switched it over, Bruno, to the gold newsletter. You'll have
You
to
switched
re-accept.
Do I have to
Yeah,
approve it?
I don't have admin on Restream
Oh
yet.
yeah, I got you. Yeah. We don't have. I don't think we have any more seats or spots. I mean, Coach, if you're listening,
Yeah,
maybe
no, that's
grab
cool.
everybody a seat so that way everybody can kind of have a hand as the admin to kind of control this. So yeah, you just gotta let me know. It doesn't even give me an alert or anything. But there you go. Take it away.
Well, I mean, I can go over it, or the man who wrote it could probably describe it a lot better than me.
Yeah, just make sure he's done typing.
Yeah. I'm actually watching this trade here real quick.
Okay.
Keep an eye on this. So if you want, I can go through. I mean, I can post it because I've got admin here. I can post it and walk
No,
through it. But
no. You watch
essentially,
the trade. I can just go
First,
over some general stuff that I enjoy about it.
yeah.
yep. Go
First,
ahead.
I would
Table of
also.
contents.
I will hold on one second. I would also just, and then you take the floor, and I'll shut up. I would also tell people the amount of time it takes to put this together, and how the fact, and I'll put it out there, like no one else is giving you a newsletter like this, and I'm telling you that I've seen competitors, I've seen their stuff. I promise you, it is not as in depth as this one. Go ahead, carry away.
The table of contents. Okay, so I like this simply because I know. Okay, page 26, economic calendar. All this is great information, but if my main focus is I want to know what the economic calendar is, I can go right here to page 26 and read exactly what I want to read. Now, personally, I do read every bit of it, but I always focus on first the economic and then earnings. Not to skip over Richard's upside down shirt. But the way that this is put together, a description, like Netflix is expected to beat estimates, and the detail given on it is just mind blowing. So, you could spend hours and hours yourself researching all this, or get access to the gold newsletter.
And you have and that's the beautiful thing about ADT is you have moderators that are digging into the stuff. And I was on a plane ride back yesterday, and I had a moderator reach out asking about Netflix, and not asking, pretty much telling me what they've uncovered because of earnings that's coming up. So thinking about an earnings play. So they're constantly just in the background, just thinking about the stock market, constantly looking, and of course sharing that information with our paid members. So that's one of the best things about a community like this is you always got somebody kind of looking at the companies and looking at or having a different view, or possibly uncovering things that might be positive or might be negative depending on what direction. So there might be a straddle play on earnings for Netflix. but they're constantly digging into the information and sharing that with the group and sharing that with the paid members. So, but yeah, continue on.
Well, and it's not just a call out. It's an in-depth investigation into what the census is, what the belief can be. Not a biased, but this is the thought. This is why. Do your own research. Here's a stepping stone. Here's where to start. So that to me is invaluable. Instead of having to, okay, I want to look. Where do I go? Where do I start? What's truth? What's not? You got moderators and other ADT members that, they've already done it. They love Netflix. That's all they do is Netflix. You can get all the details you could possibly imagine to do your own research off of and make your own decision. So it's just the people helping people aspect of American Dream Trading has always been one of the biggest things that hooked me. Let's see right here, United Airlines. UAL is confirmed to report earnings on Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at approximately 4 p.m. The consensus earnings estimate, a 2.98 per share on revenue of $15.44 billion, representing 5.1% year-over-year revenue growth. And, I mean, you get into earnings per share, company guidance, previous, expected.
We're pretty much putting.
Where else are you going to find all this?
Yeah, we're pretty much putting that information right at your fingertips. And all you have to do is click it, open it, and review it. And, if you're not reviewing it, especially for our paid members that are listening, you're missing out on a boatload of information. I'm not saying to get lost in the weeds and kind of get so inundated and bogged down by the information, but maybe there's something in here that you trade, or maybe there's a stock that you like. Maybe it shows up in this list. And of course, yes, all this information is searchable, but we're doing it for you. We're doing the legwork for you and just putting it all conveniently under one PDF. And you could just review it at your own leisure. Of course, open it up. Maybe the market is closed. Maybe that's something that you'd be doing today. Or when it's posted on Sunday, you might just grab yourself a cup of coffee and just go over and review all the information. That's the beauty of it. It's like, well, where do I go to get something that's so detailed, and how much time is spent on this thing? Doug, you want to tell them again? Tell everybody how much time is spent just creating this?
Between the two, it's about eight hours, give or take, between VIP Gold newsletter and the Futures VIP newsletter.
So we take 8 hours to put this
On a
together.
Saturday.
On the weekends. So,
Good.
and this obviously goes for the week, right? So it's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's only past information that might have happened. It's stuff that might be happening in the future or coming up. So,
yep, that's what I was just going to go over. Wells Fargo. So it doesn't cover just what's coming up, but it gives a detailed description of what happened in previous earnings. Last week we had Wells Fargo, Citigroup.
I don't know if it was answered, but over on TikTok they were asking whether or not Netflix was going to go up, and I was just going to reiterate that none of us here at ADT are licensed financial tax or investment advisors and cannot offer an opinion in such a way, but we can provide you the information. You can make your own assessment.
Yes, sir. Now, here's another great section that I've become particularly fond of, especially playing in the pre-market, the pharmaceutical. So Doug goes into detail on, FDA decisions, what the ticker is, what the drug is, what it's, medical is a huge, huge part of the pre-market for myself,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them you'll find are $1 to $5 stocks that can have anywhere from a 10% to, oh, what did that one, 1,200 and something percent in pre-market. We also cover stock splits.
Mm-hmm.
So all the stocks, and whether it's a reverse split or a forward split. And stock splits can cause sudden spikes in trading. Price moves. A lot of traders don't look at why did this stock go from 30 cents to $5. They just see it as a large gap up, and they want to get a piece of it. They want to be part of it.
You know where they could find out why it moves, where they can find out, and how they could find out for free. Free
American Dream
workshop
Trading.
class. Free workshop class.
Free workshop class.
That is correct. We'll be covering why things move the way they move. It's all in there. I know because I've been working all week on it.
So, yeah, this is just amazing. So, Doug, I thank you, sir. And I do read the futures. I'm not a futures trader. I do read the futures.
Yet.
Don't understand a whole lot of it, but one plays into the other. So
100%.
just because you don't trade futures doesn't mean it's not something to at least know the background of.
Absolutely. The futures that we trade, the indices, are just a conglomerate or a mashup of stock tickers. So if you're not keeping up on the stock side of things, you could be missing crucial information on the futures, whether it be the S&P 500 or NQ. Mm-hmm.
Somebody was listening in about futures conversation before. They just wanted me to see how much they're up.
Well, and we get other moderators contributions too.
Sometimes I do.
Better slow it down. You're scrolling too fast. I'm starting to get
Well,
dizzy.
I'm going to, I went back up and looked at the table of content to see what page I was looking for Mark's video on Shabbat.
Shabbat.
And
Shabbat. Shabbat.
I like that you include this on every newsletter. It's just a good reminder.
Lesson.
No pun intended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was good training right there.
See, I told you. I just got done telling you. A low volume in futures. Somebody's tired.
Well, granted, futures is open today, but don't they close early, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, we got an abbreviated day today.
So
you said an inebriated or abbreviated?
Abbreviated. Yeah.
I gotta do something because this viewership over here in TikTok, it was at 60s, at 47. They just don't like our faces. They said, yeah, you got a little bit of the old, some of the young, somewhere in the middle of the road. We'll start talking about Fibonacci retracement. Let me draw a box in the sand.
Inverted fair value gap, this, that, or the other thing. Liquidity sweeps.
Oh, God. Just no.
Just no.
Just no.
Just stop.
Anyway. All right.
Personally, I have a conspiracy that this is someone who works there is an ex of somebody that might be up here.
You're gonna
Just
spill it?
saying.
You're gonna spill it, or
You gonna come on?
come on?
Well, come on, we all know you're the heartbreaker, Bruno.
Who's the heartbreaker?
You're the heartbreaker.
Of what? Heartbreaker of what? Anyway. Oh, look at all these lines. See, every time I switch it, oh, there it goes. All right, it's there. Man, what's going on with your lines? Oh, that's right. I'm on a daily chart.
Dang, that's busy.
Nah, it's just not a daily. Everything's compacted. So, yeah, so this week, tomorrow, we're going to see. I mean, it didn't have a whole lot of movement. Saw this little upside pattern, and then it broke, and then all of a sudden came back down to 231, drop below that. Let's see. Of course, the market's not moving, but look at this. Look at this massive sell-off, though. We had 238.50 around there, around that ballpark. Kind of respected these levels a little bit. By the way, some of these lines were already positioned where they were supposed to be, and then of course they just hammer this to the downside right after 134, 135 in the afternoon. This was
Say, was that was that Friday or
that looked like Thursday. Friday's over here. Friday didn't do a whole lot. I personally thought on Friday they were just gonna hammer the crap out of this. I'll say crap. But on a higher time frame, remember what we said a couple days, it just got this exciting news. I think it was somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth day. And this thing just took off like a bat out of hell. And then I thought they were just gonna absolutely start dumping it on Friday. I mean, of course, my opinion. But it didn't really do anything. They just held up. They held it up. I mean, on a bigger scale of things.
well, I mean, a sell off, collect some profit on Thursday, take the day off Friday, have a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, but you got to just be careful. If they give up, I don't want to say give up, but if it loses its luster or its flair for the upside, this has just been a nice last 5 days. But of course, again, when we're day trading it and we're on the 2-minute, we're kind of concerning ourselves with the range, with a specific range. And if we look on average, I haven't looked in the last couple of. Let's see, that's $10. That's 100-day, or not 100-day, 100 candles on the daily. So yeah, technically it is 100 days. 100-day average is about $10. If I do half of that, it's about 10, $11. And do 25-day, it's $8. And then 14, it's about $9. And then if I just do one single day, 657. But that's just one day. So when the higher number, you get more days, higher average. So if I were to say that's 9, so anywhere between $9 and $12, 9 and 12 on average, you can see. I mean, you could potentially have. So it doesn't mean that it's gonna go every single day. It's gonna either go up $9 or down 10 or down $9. But it's always good to see what your average is for that specific day. So for me, 9, I'll be somewhere in the middle of the road, probably like $10. AMD will have the ability to move $10 in a single day. So that's higher than it's higher than Apple. I think it's higher than Apple. Let me look.
Reading the TikTok chat, Bucko does have a good point.
What's his point?
Crypto open all day, every day.
Yeah. How exciting. 485.
Not wrong.
485. 478. And then we'll go down.
And we do have crypto training as well.
What is it?
I said we do have crypto training as well. Chris and Bucko.
We do. All right. So real quick, let me just jump in there and shout it out. We do have our memberships, of course. We have Diamond Lifetime membership that gives you access to all of our services. That will be going away soon. Okay. So I know we've said it before in the past, but I think we're going to be making a push more towards monthly renewals, yearly renewals. Coach announced it in the Discord. So there might be that change coming. So whether it's VIP lifetimes, VIP gold lifetimes, any lifetime, we're most likely going to be grandfathered. Whoever has them, congratulations. And then we'll switch more to a monthly, 6-month, yearly subscription. So I wouldn't delay. I'd probably lock in a lifetime this week. And to take it a step further, all the promo codes that we have available to use that cannot be combined with any flash sales. So if the price is $12,000 for a diamond lifetime and it drops to $5,000, that's a flash sale, right? So you got to be careful when using those promo codes because promo codes are not going to work. All right. Anyway, so there are 3 moderators up on this panel. You can pick whatever 3 moderators you like, or one of the 3 moderators that you like. If you go over to American Dream Trading, go over to our dashboard, click the yellow button, go in, you can see all the different memberships, whether it's Bruno, which is me at the top, James, or Doug. Those are the 3 promo codes. Bruno, James, or Doug. So whoever you want, take 10% off anything. Any membership that's in there, of course, it's excluding one-on-ones with coach, but those aren't on the marketplace. So we have premium. Actually, you have this. I have the screen. Hold on one second. Let me just go over and I'll show you a little bit of our Discord as well. I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Here's our Discord. Underneath new members start here, membership info promo. If you go down to this list right here, this list will give you all of our memberships, starting with the premium, which is our entry level tier. It's free to join our Discord, so you can come on over and talk to us and interact with us over on our Traders Lounge. But we have a premium, we have the VIP, we have the VIP Gold Complete, we have the Diamond Lifetime. We also have a Diamond monthly and yearly as well. And then we have our, if you are a VIP member and you want to get the gold, you can do the gold add-on. And of course, futures VIP, futures and crypto. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different products. Of course, this one requires the gold. So we'll say seven different products because you need the VIP to get the gold add-on. But right here, this little area, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the stocks and options ones. And of course, the diamond will give you access to the last 3. So futures, VIP, futures, and crypto. But for stocks and options, these first 4 is where you want to be. Of course, our monthlies start at $125 per month, and then they go up there from up in price. And of course, we have the throwback OG sale, which $1,250 is normally a yearly of premium. You will get that today for $500. Spend an extra $250 for a total of $750. You will get 2 years of premium locked in at $500 per year. So $750, 2 years. After 2 years, if you're still here and you're still loving the community, you would renew for another year for a 3rd year at $500 for the year, which is a steal because it's literally more than half off for the year. I just don't know how people didn't jump all over that because I know I could spend $500 going out to eat in a month, and that will lock me in for a full 12 months of just being in here, being on the Zoom call. We have a Zoom call at 8:45, goes until 4 p.m. Eastern, which is unheard of. There's nobody else in the industry that's doing that. Yes, we do have a VIP package that gets you in as early as 4, and I'll just kind of slowly ease my way into this conversation. But for our VIP members, we are going to be looking to trim that back a little bit, like I said, because there's nobody else doing this in the industry. I've been looking at 4 in the morning for those hot stock picks. I've looked at 4, I've looked at 5, I looked at 6. We have people from all over the country, either on the East Coast, West Coast, Central, Mountain Time. We get about 35 participants that go in there. So we might have to push that time back a couple of hours to kind of get it into the more juicier part of the hot stocks. You might have one hot stock that does something, and then it's like watching the paint dry. I understand that some people, they come in, they just like, well, I kind of do it before I have to go to work. We're looking at the time. Most likely it'll probably be 7 a.m. Eastern. So anyone that's on the East Coast, you might be able to trade for an hour before you have to go head off to work. And anybody that's on the West Coast, they might be able to participate, and you'll start to see the numbers ramp up towards 7 o'clock in the morning. So that is coming, and it's going to be effective February 1st. So the beginning of the month, we will be trimming back the VIP. And again, if things are booming and the market's crazy and we have all this stuff going on, everything is always subject to change. Any of our products, any of our accesses and stuff like that. But we have to do what's best for the business, right? So we have to sometimes run a lean business, and then sometimes with our moderators, we don't want to end up burning our moderators out, because 12 hours is a long day, and there's people that are in here 12 hours straight. So we got to kind of think about that. So it kind of gives them time to, wake up, maybe have a cup of coffee, maybe spend some time with their loved ones early in the morning, and then hit the floor running at 7. Now, we did add also the live VIP channel, which if you still wake up at 4 in the morning to trade the hot stocks, you will still have the channel where you can type into the Discord and be with other members that are also trading the same thing. So the call outs will still happen. I know some of my degenerates, when I say degenerates, my moderators that are constantly working around the clock, they'll most likely probably pop their head in there a bunch of times at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. So that's still going to happen. And the call outs will still happen at 4. So, and you'll see, if you start to see one call out at 4 and then there's nothing else going on, then it makes sense to not just sit in a room and, being quiet, or maybe the moderator sitting there talking to himself or whatever. So there's a light demand for it at 4 in the morning. So I'm just kind of go ahead and prepping everybody now. So it's going to most likely happen. As we were talking about memberships. So VIP will most likely, that will change right here. This pre-market will be, instead of 4, will most likely be 7 a.m. And that will be effective on February 1st. Okay. So leading up to 4 p.m. Eastern, which is same as the regular Zoom call. So what happens is we kick it off with VIP. And then of course, Diamond would have access to that VIP. And then it transitions with everybody else at 8:45. And those are our premium and our OG members. So once you start the Zoom call, it kind of rolls over. You don't have to exit and then come back in. You're in the call, and then it just kind of carries over. All right. So good so far. I know James taking his little smoke break, so I'll just keep going. But these are our memberships. All right. If you have any questions, let us know in the chat. And whether it's myself, Bruno, James, or Doug, use your name at checkout for any of the memberships that we have and take 10% off. So I'm going to make it fair. I'm not going to just put my promo code up there and say, move aside, Doug, move aside. So whoever your favorite moderator is on this panel right now, you can use any one of our names. And I guess I should make a note of it, right?
I just want people to come in and get the proper education and training. I see so many people out here saying, teach me how to trade, teach me how to trade. Well, come in and get involved. Get involved with the community.
I even put Richard's name up there. Hold on. Doug, Bruno, or James. There you go. Sorry for the typing. And just to be fair, I'll put my name at the bottom. There you go. Those are the promo codes. Holla for $1.
That's right.
Anyway, so just to talk about a little bit about our Discord, because we do have an onboarding that happens on Tuesdays, which will be tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So when you're brand new, you can join our onboarding through our onboarding Zoom, which is located right here. And then you jump on with Arlo and Miranda, or both at the same time, or one or the other. They kind of rotate, piggyback. Sometimes they do it together. So they will walk you through pretty much getting set up, the Discord, how things work, how the channels are laid out. And everybody at home is getting a sneak peek of, and this is something that's not usually available. All right. Cause you have to like sign up and then you go through the process. And of course, I have the admin controls of the Discord. So you're going to see pretty much every channel, except for the admin stuff that a Diamond member would actually have access to. And you notice here we have a ton for anything from how-to videos to training videos, all right, to futures videos, to crypto videos, to social media videos when we go live, videos on demand, workshop videos. Yes, that is the thing. We host one every month. This one is for this month is going to be free. So you can see, and you can see the topics, control candles, candlestick patterns. You are the CEO, economic calendar, L2 training, master support and resistance. So I don't ever want to hear that there's a lack of content, because I have seen somebody come in, say they come in on a premium membership and they only have a sliver, little tiny little sliver of videos. I mean, even that is a lot. Even this is your access right here. This is what you got for videos on demand for a premium, and you also have training videos as well. So there's still a lot of videos to go through. So the pure fact that when you have a diamond, you have so much more to look to review, to look for, to look through. You'll be lost here. You'll be buried inside of just video training. And of course, how I would do it is, if I'm coming in as a brand new trader, I'm most likely going to look for videos that are going to fit my trading style. Okay. So if I see a video on covered calls, it's possible that I might not care about covered calls, or I might not care about options. So I'm going to go and look for my videos that I know. And by the way, we have a roadmap as well. And we also have a trader's guide, which is pretty awesome. And let me just bring this over here so y'all can see it. This is our trader's guide. So what do we look for? Review, education, ebooks, stock terms. So we've laid down the foundation and the road work for you to kind of come in as brand new as you can be and say, well, I don't really know where to start. Well, how about we start with step one as a free member? Okay. As a free member, you can come in, you'll get the same roadmap. You'll come in, you can get this access to this. I'm going to look at ebooks. All these are clickable. So if I click this, it's going to take me right to the Discord. So I'm going to go through my ebooks channels. Okay. So you could see what we have is far superior than what you probably will find out there. Okay. Yes, it is. Sometimes it could be a little overwhelming with all the channels. But if you just take it in order, step by step, new members start here. Sorry, guys, I'm going to talk for a little bit. New members start here, education and training. You go through each of these sections, pay attention, review it, watch the video. Okay, I watched that. Perfect. It takes time. You're not going to know every single thing about the Discord and everything about the stock market. But if you go through here, it'll tell you, I'm new here. What do I expect? Where do I start? How do I join the live training? Where's the Zoom call? What time does the Zoom call start? These are all things that we've laid out. And I promise you, from 2022, around that time when ADT was developed by Coach Chad Christian, where we are today is not where we came from. So there's plenty of things that have been put into place to ensure the success of people that sign up, that come in, review the information. So I don't really want to hear, well, it's not that I don't want feedback. Of course, we want feedback to make the site and the Discord better. But if you say, well, I just couldn't learn anything. Why? How? How is that possible? I mean, not to say that's what they're saying right now, but if I do get that comment, I was just like, you just got to really take the time. And I think the biggest one for me is I think people just don't want to put in the work. And I personally don't think they want to review the material. They want click a button, pay the money for the membership, come into the Zoom call, listen for a call out, make a bunch of money. And that's ultimately what they want. They want to bypass everything else. But the killer is we're doing this not only for for you to learn the stock market, but for you to be independent of us, to want to trade by yourself and not rely on a call out, and understand how I'm trading and why I'm trading and doing all the things, and how to independently trade the market and then not have to rely on a call. So
Well, and not have to rely on anybody, Bruno.
rely on anybody, not a call out, not Chad
Not,
Christian, not Bruno, not Doug, not Mark, not anybody.
not
Why?
any other groups. I mean, how many members have we had come in that, they were part of this group A and part of group B and part of group C and just got burnt?
Yeah, we get that. We do get that a lot. People are always trying different groups, and what works for them, that's fine. I mean, hell, if we're not the right fit for you, that's okay too. That's
And
okay.
I can speak from experience. I've been here since the second week that Coach started ADT, and it is laid out so well for everybody now. With the exception of the invaluable experience and lessons that I've learned being here from the beginning.
Yeah.
There's a small part of me that has thought, I wish I would have found it yesterday, not 3 years ago.
Yeah. So let me just review some of these comments so that way they don't feel like we're ignoring them.
Well, one I would like to point out on YouTube, Jerry 2025X brought up a very good point in the benefit of being a member and having access to the Zoom call. There is zero delay on the Zoom.
Zero delay, and you can ask a question. You're not
live.
You're not just if you review the Discord material and you're just not sure about something, we're not going to shun you if you ask the question. But if you show up and ask the question, and I know you haven't reviewed the channels or the materials, the first question I'm going to ask you is, did you review this video or did you go back and watch this? And then if it still doesn't make sense, of course, ask the question. That's what we're there for, is to ask questions on the Zoom call in the appropriate setting and appropriate time, right? Don't be asking how to set a stop right at market open. Always give it that first 30 to an hour to kind of get through the market open, and then start asking questions right after 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is normally the time that we tell people, after shift change, of course, to raise your hand, ask a question. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So, I mean, like I said, going through these, you can see that, there's video upon video upon video. Brokers, what are my options? What's out there? What's available as of 2025? This video was recorded. So we go into 2026. I'm sure new brokers will be announced and released and all the things. And it goes over, like, what type of broker do I need? Or what type of broker do I have? Or do I want to get? We trade primarily off of Webull and TradingView. We use both of those softwares. And then, of course, you're free to use whatever broker, but of course there's limitations on that, whether there's a video that talks about a strategy or a setup video, we're not going to be able to support every single broker that's out there. So we stuck to Webull because it is the most user friendly, 100%. And also, this will be on the workshop class as well. Like, what type of broker, what's the advantages of having that? Why do we, use Webull? We'll be talking about that as well in our free workshop class, which is coming
On
up.
the flip side of that, however, we do have several members that use E-Trade or Schwab, so there's something for everybody, in the sense that if you decide you want to use E-Trade because you've been using E-Trade, I have no doubt that there's somebody in the group that knows how to find what you're looking for in E-Trade.
Yeah. So yeah, going through this again, what are my brokers, how to set it up, part 1 and 2 of Webull, how to add the indicators, And again, I'm just doing this right here because even for my paid members that are listening, that are just still trying to figure out the whole system and how everything's laid out, just slow it down. Look, is this going to be something that I'm going to use? Webull Turbo Trader, most likely. It's fast and to the point. You hit a button, you could be in a trade. And yeah, so Webull option chain, are you going to trade options? If you're not, then Webull option chain is not something you're going to set up. So you skip that, right? So options, am I a stock trader or am I an option trader? This is how I break it down, and I'm the admin, right? So this is how I would break it down if I'm thinking as a trader when I want to trade. At some point, I can venture off and do options. Of course, I can come back to this. Can y'all mute Doug for me, please? I'm trying to ignore that. Cha, 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 cha. It's
I'm trying
piercing
to
my
be super
soul.
quiet about it too.
It's piercing my soul, sir. This is like a Zoom call, so mute your mic. We just got like 20. We just got a spike on 20 viewerships on TikTok. They love the drama boy. I'm just kidding. We didn't get a spike. We've been teetering between 40 and 60 viewers. I mean, if I gotta keep talking to keep people interested, I'll keep talking. Then James will go in there and add his 2 cents as well. Anyway, so
It's free.
it's free. Custom buy sell buttons on Turbo Trader. Hotkeys on Webull. You can do hotkeys on your keyboard. You can do hotkeys on a Restream deck. I don't really do that. I rather click a button with my mouse. But there's like a lot of different customizations on Webull that you can do. How to set up.
You can do hotkeys on your mouse too.
You can do
with
hotkeys
the
on your
right
mouse. Yep, hotkeys on your mouse. So how to set up a stops in paper trading. And if you have paid members, if you haven't seen lately, we even added a paper trading versus live accounts. So you can see, I talk about some of the differences. I talk about how the layouts work, and they're the same pretty much as you would set up in live. There are some limitations, of course, and I talk about that and what you can and can't do, and how the fact that when you set it up for one, you got to set it up for the other. It's and hopefully they fix this soon. I just wish they would take the live layouts or take everything that's available in the live, whether it's a stop, whether it's a button, whether it's a box to check, and they would just say toggle, this is now paper trading, this is live, this is paper trading, and keep it all the same. Because I'm not going to pretend like paper trading is perfect in the sense of the system. It is more for the mechanics part of it to kind of get you familiar with the buttons where you don't make a boo-boo or a mistake or a honey boo-boo. And you click a button, and next thing you know, you just bought 100 contracts of something that you didn't mean to buy, and now you're $12,000 of real money inside of a live account, and you're still trying to figure out, well, how do I get out of this trade? That's not what you should be doing. You should be on paper trading, kind of figuring out the buttons. And like I said, if they would just mirror or copy the live and put that on the paper side, that would be fantastic. And stop with the bullshit delays. I said it again. TikTok's going to hate me from cursing. But anyway,
You mean apples to apples?
yeah, just put
Warning.
exactly what you see on reel is exactly what you get on paper. That way, when people are done paper trading, they can come back and then put the skin in the game, and then they can, buy something for $50 and, have the emotion side come out. And you don't want the emotion side. And I'll talk about it right now. You're trading 100 contracts on paper trading. You have no sweat. There is zero sweat when you're doing 100 contracts or something. Now, try the same 100 contracts on a live account and then watch the candle, and one candle, whether it's up in your favor or down against you, it goes down $1,000 to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Then tell me how you feel. So, make sure one, your paper trading account has exactly the same amount that you would put in your real account, and you're trading the same amounts that you would on a real account if you're just starting out. There's nothing wrong with kind of getting a feel of what 100 contracts would look like, but don't trade 100 contracts every single time, because you're not doing 100 contracts every single time, especially if you're brand new. And there's nothing wrong with just for ha-has and having a good time and putting in 100 and you see a rip and you want to see what 100 contracts would pay, that's fantastic. But are you going to put 100 contracts of, say, Tesla, Apple, AMD, or any other blue chip stock? Would you do 100 contracts? Would you do 20 to 30,000? And if you raise your hand and say that's me, I said, okay, well, that's you. But um, if you're if the fear or the emotion side of it, I promise you, is going to come out of you as soon as you see a candle. I was doing it the other day. One candle was easily $3,000 to $5,000. One candle, and I'm not talking a gamma candle. I'm talking a little tiny little candle like this big, this big, this big. Was like $3 to $4 grand. Okay,
How's that go again?
You
this
guys should see
big.
the you should see the swings when Mark's trading 100 contracts in futures and silver.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't even want to.
don't
I
train
don't
in
even want to
fantasy
imagine.
land.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine what that looks like. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, going back to the how-to videos, guys, let me know in the chats if you see any questions or comments. We'll address them all. We'll get back to them. And yeah, so again, going back to this, we have indicators, how to set up indicators, trading view indicators, how to set them up, a complete breakdown of trading view. And I'll put the disclaimer out there now. Videos are good as the day that they are recorded. Software, websites, tools, everything gets updated, and there's constantly updates every single week. Okay. If that was the case, I would have to update the videos like literally every time Weeble has an update, possibly something might change. So just be patient because we have to go through the process and update some of the videos that need a massive overhaul. Trading View, I just released this the other day. Well, I want to say the other day, but a complete breakdown. Why does that say Mark? But anyway, back in, when did I post this? I reposted this. This was recorded at the end of last year in December of 2025. And TradeView decided to, let's move the trade button and put it up in the top right corner. Let's go ahead and synchronize and do this and move that. And now this complete overview video, it's not 100% a waste, but some buttons might be in a different location. So we might have to update those videos accordingly. Okay. So, but plenty of stuff, plenty of videos as a trader, basic mechanics, stock market entry, exit strategy. That might be, this is, by the way, under the training videos on the free side. We have the free side as well. So you'll see support, resistance, chart patterns, L2, EWO training, pre-market setup training, scalp entries. So you're looking at a live view here of what our Discord looks like. And trust me, I know, I see the competitors. I see, what are these guys doing? Let's go take a peek. Let's go look at how their Discord is structured. I ain't stupid. I know where you're coming from. I know what account you belong to. I know who you belong to, what Discords you've been in. I could see all that. So yeah, there are people coming over to see what we're doing because of the success that we're having with I'm going to say some of our members, most of our members. Am I going to pretend like everyone in here is successful? No. Stock market isn't 100% guaranteed success rate across the board for everybody that joins ADT. I get that. I have to say that. We're not licensed. We're not financial advisors. We're not licensed to give out information. I have to say that as well. Results not guaranteed. I have to say that as well. So these are just some things that, as observation, we know that people are coming over here to see what is it, why are they doing so well, or why are people, why is the material working for them? And they'll come in, they'll look, they'll copy ideas. It's going to happen. They're going to create channels. They're going to say, wait, maybe I should lay something out the way they got it laid out. So, but training video access, every membership, of course, this is going to be the highest that you'll ever get on the packages. And then you'll have access to every single one of these training videos. Now, if you have premium, you're going to probably most likely have the how-to, the training, possibly some of the futures, some of the crypto, even though you are a premium member, you might have some freebies in there, and then everything else is not going to be non-existent. So you won't see crypto replays, futures, mentorship, gold, VIP, workshop. You'll have videos on demand. So pretty much from this point up, you'll have for premium. And again, the higher the package, the more channels you'll get. And some of this stuff, we have a help desk, full help desk support system. So you can come in, open up a help desk ticket if you have questions about your account or troubleshooting some issues. This isn't for like, well, how do I get into a 2-minute EWO? And what do you think about the calls on this? And what about this? Like, that's not for what this is designed for. It's more for help purchasing a membership, account status, maybe a cancellation. Maybe, you got to be back. Maybe you're going to cancel for 30 days and you'll be back in 30 days. If you can't find the button where it says cancel, right? So a lot of channels, a lot of information. We have our traders lounge where everybody kind of hangs out, posts their P&L, posts, stocks that they're looking at, any type of news. So Cypher just posted something. They're a diamond member, so you could see diamond members. We have premium lounge, which sometimes we go in here and also post in here for our premium OG members. We even have a Spanish lounge, a VIP lounge. Somebody was trading crypto this morning. They put it in the VIP lounge because the market was closed. We have the gold lounge as well. And then the bread and butter, or the juicy one for gold, is the live Apple chat. So you could see every morning the entries, the exits, the what time the trade was conducted, at what time frames, down to the second on the entry, and of course levels. It's mixed in here with some of these. So David kind of guides everybody through this through Apple, right, in the morning. So we'll look for our pre-market levels, which he does in the morning, which I'm getting to right now. So this is his pre-market levels. We have all of these mapped out. We're looking for a break and a hold above, and confirmation is above the very top one. And then after that, once we go in, we kind of just walk in ourselves, and David is leading the charge. He's just, calling out levels. 258.25 was previously strong support. My out is under VWAP. So these are all things he's kind of walking you through the trade. This is the live VIP chat that I just talked about. In here, we'll have the hot stock picks of the day in the morning. They'll post it around 8 o'clock for VIP members. And of course, you're working them on the call and also in the live VIP chat as well. So, and then here's all our Zooms. So we have a free Zoom, and I'll go over this right now. The free workshop class will be posted in the free Zoom channel, which is here. And to prepare yourself for this, and guys, I'll take a breather here in a second, but to prepare yourself, you want to go over to zoom.com, sign up for a free Zoom account. It doesn't cost you anything. That way you're registered and ready to go, because you're going to need to register for this class. And then once the link pops up at 4 o'clock I'll probably post it a little bit earlier, probably 3:30, just to kind of get everybody, going in the right direction and making sure that we get everybody in, because we're going to start exactly at 4 o'clock. We're not going to wait 5 minutes or 2 minutes. We're just going to go right into it, because there's going to be a lot of information to cover. And we want to make sure that we get right to the point, hit all the bullet points, hammer out the discussion. If we go a little bit over an hour, it's not the end of the world. But if we carry over, normally we typically hold it to 1 hour and leave time for questions and answers. And but this one is a special event, so we're going to unlock it for everybody. So if we have to go a little bit over, not a big deal, because as long as the information is out there, is put out there that we set out to put out. Okay, go to the website, register for a free account. The day of, it will show up here. For our paid members that are inside of our Discord, we will post it in multiple channels, starting with the workshop Zoom. And then we'll probably most likely post it inside of our VIP Zoom as well. And I'll probably just post it in every single channel. So that way, you can go to any one and grab it. But for our free members that don't have any of these other Zoom channels, you're going to go to the free section. And then, of course, the rules are here on what to do, what not to do. And then inside of here, there's a video. And then, of course, there's a registration form of what it looks like. First name, last initial, nickname, whatever. But that email is going to be important. It has to be associated with that Zoom account. If you use a random email that is not tied to a Zoom profile, you will not get in. I will repeat that again. If you use a random email that is not associated with a free Zoom account, you will not get in. Okay. The other thing, if you misspell your email, you will not get in. So make sure you're not off by a letter, a number. The @ symbol looks right. It's Gmail, not Hemail. It's gmail.com. Make sure everything is perfect when you're filling this out. And then, of course, first name, last initial. You don't need your full government on there. We don't care about last names when you register for the Zoom call. All right, James, tag, you're it. I'm gonna take.
Well, something I wanted to point out. I was going to let you go through and finish your nice little walkthrough on the Discord. Something else ADT does that I don't know of anybody else. Every Tuesday, we have two fabulous ladies that are moderators that do an onboarding. So if you're having trouble navigating the Discord, WAP, the different things on where to find what, I can't tell you how many times that I've set in on the onboarding just because things change. Learn something new every day.
And where do we have a calendar?
I've heard of that.
Where do we have
lays out the roadmap the way that we do? So experienced newbie, follow it. Just A to Z. Don't go A to Q. Skip everything in between. A, B. I mean, we learned this in elementary. Follow the steps.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
We got a calendar anywhere?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there is at the very top of the Discord.
Doug's back, everybody. Doug's back.
Answering somebody over on YouTube.
So I'm so going to send him one of them little rubber ducky keyboards.
Yeah, in the events tab on mobile, it looks a little bit different. It's a tiny little calendar in the top left corner. Of course, when you're swiping left to expose all the channels, at the very top where American Dream Trading, there's a little calendar. On the desktop version, it's a little button that says 12 events. Any new events we'll post here or anything we got going on, it will tell you the times that it will start. And it will even give you a link to where to go to get the link, right? Or to go to the show or to the call or Zoom call or whatever. So, but if you go through this whole thing, you'll see onboarding and membership questions, 12:30 tomorrow. And then when's the next one? January 27th. All of our schedules are subject to change. So always look at the most updated version of the calendar to make sure that it's up to date. And you will see tomorrow at 12:30. We have mentorship, we have crypto training, we have gold breakouts, we have workshop class coming up January 22nd. Here's the link. I can click this. I just want people to get, really be comfortable navigating around looking for stuff. But a lot of times it's right in front of you. You just have to click and look around and read, go through it and read. All right. All right. Hey, James, will moderators ever reach out to anybody in DMs? I feel like this is an onboarding class right now.
Absolutely not. And it is highly advised. As a matter of fact, it is a bannable offense to DM other members.
Yeah. And why is that, James?
For your safety and protection. There's so many scammers out there. It is unreal the extent that they will go to.
Listen, we know adults are adults. It's like we're not trying to, oh my God, they're trying to restrict people from talking to each other. It's not that. It's really not. It's they have replicated Coach, Doug, me, multiple times, David, Mark, James, not so much. They're
Yeah,
like,
me not so much.
we don't know this
I'm
James.
low on the totem pole. That's
We
all
don't
right.
we don't know this James guy.
It's early, yet.
They've done Miranda, they've done Arlo. They'll replicate it as really, really good. So when you look at a name, you're like, oh, that's coach. It says ADT coach. Well, when you click on his stuff, you can see it's animated, it's got the logo, it's got the roles, and then of course there's a date on when he established that. So if I click on his profile, I can see members since 2016, ADT, October 15, 2016. So they'll put like stupid little images in there. And when the people start DMing, and they're not on the server, by the way, they're on the outside. And one of these days I'm gonna start going in there like bah, bah, bah. I'm gonna start clipping these dudes because I'm getting so annoyed. They'll reach out to members and then they'll like, hey, how's your trading going? We're not asking you in a DM. We're not friend requesting you. If we need you, we'll open up a help desk ticket or we'll come find you on the Zoom call, or we have your emails. We'll email you and say, hey, I'm going to open up a ticket. Come over here, talk to us. If we start talking about how's your trading going, you want some crypto? Why don't you trade the crypto? Oh, let me mirror your trades. Let me go ahead, just deposit $20,000 into this Bitcoin account and we'll handle all the trades for you. And you're guaranteed 115, 16 million results or percentage, and you'll get $20,000 in 6 months. We're not doing that. We're really not doing that. So please be careful. And the message goes out every single day in our Discord. We have disclaimers, we have verifications, like we tell you, verify your account. We have messages that go out at least once a day in all of our lounges. Here we go. Operations manager warning: we will never reach out to you, offer to trade, offer copy trading or bot trading services, ask you to send crypto. These are scams. Again, coach or anyone with American Dream Trading will never contact you in a direct message. We're not friend requesting you. I would love to be friends with everybody on Discord, but I don't do it because of that reason. I get people reach out all the time and they say, hey, was that you that sent me a friend request? They got all excited. It's like, I want to be on Bruno's friend list, but it's not me. It's not really, I promise you, it's not me. All right. So please be very, very careful. And it's just going to happen. They're going to see somebody as big as us and they're going to say, we're going to go ahead and get in there and try to scam people. And they are sitting on the outside passing members' names out the door and say, hey, sign up here. And oh, hey, I see you just signed up.
And it has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been members that have been fooled. So
Yeah.
always protect yourself. I mean, that's the number one thing coach teaches: asset protection.
Yep.
That's not just your trading; that's everything. Your identity, you name it. However, not DMing anybody. We do have an open ticket system. I think the longest wait time I've seen was about 8 minutes. And that was because somebody opened a ticket at 2 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, we're trying to get our sleep in sometimes. I know our website says 24 hours, but I think people can live with 8-minute response time.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes, hell, I mean, sometimes I'm up and I really got to stop that because I'm literally killing myself, paranoid and want to make sure everybody's taken care of. And that will still happen. But if I just happen to be up, and if I can't sleep, I'm up. That's just who I am. If I'm up and I see a message come over on our WAP system, it's like, hey, I got this question. You should come over to the Discord. You're probably there's more eyeballs on the Discord, and
Mm-hmm.
grab you, whether it's James at 2 in the morning or me at 3 in the morning if I'm up. Yeah, on the weekends we try to kind of slow it down a little bit. I mean, we'll get to you, but 8 minutes, I think you're gonna have to live with. Sometimes I've seen it go a little bit more, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But
Well, and something else with that ticket system, if you get into the Discord and you're not sure which membership, open a ticket, and a moderator will be glad to get with you and go through a private Zoom call strictly on the different memberships and discuss which will be best suited for you. for your objectives, what you want to, start out as, and go from there.
Yeah. There's a little something for everybody in here. So definitely, come interact with us. Hell, you never know. You might come in as a free member and you're just hanging out and you might be blessed. You might be blessed with a membership. We do that all the time. We see somebody grinding it out, constantly talking in the traders lounge, and they're just a free member. It's not a freeloading kind of thing where they're coming in and they're just going to chat because, hey, somebody will give me a free. You can actually sense that they're trying to kind of understand the process. But if you come in with the intent, well, they're going to give me a free membership if I just talk just a bunch of gibberish, I can promise you we're going to read what you're writing, right? So just be genuine, be helpful. And the same thing goes for anybody that wants to be a moderator as well, too, right? So just be involved, supportive, positive. Positivity breeds other positivity. If it's always negative or you're negative all the time, or you're just having a case of bad luck for the last 6 months and you just can't get the stock market trading down, and you come in and you're just super negative all the time. But if you give us what's happening that's negative and then kind of be positive about the negative, does that make sense? Like
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded and
your
take
cup.
feedback. And if people are telling you, and I'm telling you, this doesn't mean from me directly, but if people are telling you and they've been highly, highly, highly successful, and they're telling you, stop focusing on this and focus on A, B, and C. And that goes for coach as well. If coach is telling you the A, B, and C, and you're doing D, E, and F, and they're telling you just focus on this, and you're just ignoring it and it's going out the window, and you're constantly in the chat kind of saying, well, I just don't understand why I can't get this. Are you following what we're saying, or are you learning from your mistakes? Are you journaling and saying, damn, I did that trade too early, or I jumped the gun? And you hear me say this all the time on the Zoom call. I might have jumped the gun on that one. Maybe next time I will wait until the damn candle crosses the 21, or it's above the 9, or above the resistance point, or at the breakout. I will tell you, I may have jumped the gun on that one. Do I do it all the time? No. Do I learn from my mistakes? Hell yeah. It cost me a couple thousand. I've jumped the gun. Same thing goes with this. Same thing goes with learning the thing. Don't just be positive. Just be positive. Try to be positive. I know it's tough sometimes when you constantly feel like you're getting kicked down by the market, of course, not by us, but by the market.
But Bruno, you're 100% trader.
Oh, 100% shedder. Yeah, I'm 100%.
Yeah, you're 100% trader. All your trades are 100% green.
Oh no, they're not. They're not 100%.
I am. I took one trade Friday and it it was green and I stopped, so I'm 100% trader.
Oh, you're talking about the win rate? No, I mean, listen, there are days that I have wins and that's it. There's no losses. And I have days where I'll have 3 wins and 1 loss, or 2 wins and 1 loss. As long as my loss doesn't outweigh my wins, I'm good. And then I might have a day where it's both losses back to back, or 2, not back to back, but 2 trades that are back to back that are losses. So I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect except for David. David's perfect every single day for the last year and a half.
Over a year.
Perfect. All year. Perfect. Not every trade, just every day is he's green. So
yeah. There's been some close calls.
There has. Oh shit, I gotta get out. he's green by like $2 or something.
Still, I'd rather be green $2 than red 2,000.
Nobody's perfect. And listen, I've seen people out there. It's like, it's a proven strategy. It works. Listen, folks, if people are selling you bots, why in the hell would I be selling you a bot and I'm just making all that money by myself and have my bot on 24/7 and just be like, bloop? Why am I going to waste my time, my energy? Why am I making a website? Why am I having a customer support, email support, doing a website? Am I really going to get rich off the bot, or am I getting rich off of memberships that people are buying because they think it's a proven strategy? Bot's not always right. Like algo trading, whatever.
Oh, AI trading.
I've tested.
Love that one.
Yeah, I've tested a bunch of different things. I'm always constantly testing it. Always constantly testing things and looking, and maybe something that can be adapted and whatnot. If it was accurate 100%, people that created it wouldn't be selling it. They would just be using it themselves. So, prove me wrong. Send me the studies. Prove me wrong. If they have that kind of cash flow, they built a bot. I would be using the hell out of that bot and just making money myself in the market.
Yeah, I see stuff like that and I giggle.
True that. All right, let's take a look at some of these comments. We have been now streaming for over 2:11. Who's taking over at 2:00? Or anybody going to run anything at 2? I know Mark did one at 6. So
Mark is completely closed.
Dawn, if you're listening.
Is she? Okay.
Apologies. Daughter's cat is
He's climbing up the green screen.
Lord. When she wants attention, she gets pretty meowthy.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. Meow.
I've got one of those.
All right, we've been here.
Doesn't yours weigh like 240 pounds?
No, 175.
Yeah. Well.
We're here to answer. Dawn is going live. Okay, what time, Jen? What time is she going or deciding to go? So that way we can cook. We're gonna have at least a couple little slots. Listen, we won't be here like all the way through until the end of the day. But now is a perfect time to ask questions. If you have any, we'll finish it off and then we'll call it just for a little bit, kind of stretch our legs a little bit. We are here on a holiday. I say air quotes because ADT is always running. But we're just here. We know the market's closed, but if there's any questions you have, let us know.
Actually, I do have a question for you, Bruno. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. I just ran across it, but a little piece of 4-hour-old news. SEC approves expanded options expirations for Magnificent 7 stocks.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
So are they going to allow that into aftermarket then? Is that what that means?
That's why I'm asking.
Does the end of the day
literally just click the button and seen this?
Can I get that? Can I get that link or article or wherever you're reading it? Or
I actually clicked the lightning bolt on TradingView and the IWM tab.
Can you screenshot it, post it somewhere so I could see it?
I'm sorry.
Can you post a screenshot? Like take a screenshot of what you're reading, and that way I can take a look. Bumblebee says, I now have a PC set up. Let's go. She said 3 p.m. Okay. That way I could change the time. This is not like an aftermarket, or is it an aftermarket show? That's what I should ask.
Can I put that in our restream chat? I don't think I can. It's too big, isn't it?
You can put it on restream
throw it in the Mod Lounge Discord. It's fine.
Okay.
So we can see it. Yeah, I'm okay with it, Jen. It doesn't have to be. I just need to know if is that going to be like her aftermarket show, or is it just like she's just going to come on and try to talk about the services and stuff. So we have at least three different times we went live, and then there's no futures.
I just popped it into the Mod Lounge there. Got to be quick on the buttons there, James.
Yeah.
Volume She, that's a great name. Want to get rich? Message me. Yeah, okay. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
I got it.
Yeah. Scammers. That's the thing. We're not telling you you're going to get rich.
Nope. I'm going to train you how to see the charts.
That's
Well,
what we want.
that's actually something I've put a lot into. We we say there's no guarantees in the stock market, and there's not. There's no guarantees in the trade. There's no guarantees that trading is right for you. I would guarantee that if you don't try, you'll never know.
Yeah.
And personally, I think regret is one of the worst emotions you could possibly go through. I can guarantee that it's going to be hard. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to get anywhere with it. And I can guarantee if you give up, you're definitely going to regret that. So, no, there's not any guarantees in the stock market. There's not any guarantees in trading, but there are some things you can guarantee in life. Taxes and death being two of them.
You said debt? You said debt or death?
Death.
Death.
Death?
Death.
Not like I'm deaf.
No, like you're 6
I'm
feet
like,
under.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Tatey bread.
Oh man,
So,
it's
again,
crazy.
that's my personal opinion. So
Death is guaranteed. Life is not guaranteed. You ever think about that? You could be born, but you might not be able to be born. Something might happen to you. But death, for 100%, is guaranteed. You're gonna
True
die at
that.
some point.
oh yeah, no,
This
don't.
got really dark really fast.
I was gonna say don't pull that. I didn't choose to be here. I didn't ask you to bring me into this world. You were the winner
No,
over
we're-
700 million. So
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everywhere I go, I'm always talking about ADT. I might not have the hat because my hair is actually styled. But yesterday I was, coming back from Charlotte, and somebody was interested, and I was talking about him. And the first thing I said is, it could change your life, but results are never guaranteed. But it's also it's the amount of work that you put in that will, I guess, if there's a way to describe it, the results are indicate, and that's not even the right word, because you can put every ounce into this and still not achieve what you're set out to achieve, right? So it's hard to say. The more you put in, the more you get out. In a sense of purpose, sure, but there's never a guarantee, because everyone's minds are different. Everyone's handles stress, and everybody's eyeballs are going to look at things differently, and it's going to be subjective instead of objective. Even though we try to lean more towards objective, this is what you see, this is what you get, and this is exactly, there's no room for interpretation. But if it's subjective, then I can come in, look at a chart, and say this looks bullish. Somebody else that's a member can come in and say, no, this looks bearish. And then we try to compare the differences. No, I feel this is bullish, and this, let me tell you why. Well, I feel this is bearish because of, let me tell you why. So it's like, you can have two different types of people, one that is really successful and one that is doing the work, and they're both doing the work, but one might not be successful. So it's like, I don't want to promise you rainbows and hugs and kisses and tell you that it's going to be fantastic and you're going to make a killing. Of course, paper trading in your simulators, as I would say. But I listen, for the members that we do have, I know who's here all the time grinding it out. And it makes it extra special to know that those people are really making a difference in their life. For those who signed up hot and heavy and then life got in the way, and this not a knock on them, and I get it. Life gets in the way. You got bills to pay. You got to have a job, and if stock market trading isn't for you, or if you're not finding that success, you're gonna have to do the other 9 to 5.
until you can find it. But I know when they're here giving it their all, and then I know when they're kind of, well, I have to kind of take a step back, not because I don't want to do this or it's hard, but because again, they have to pay bills with the other means that they have coming in. So, but like I said, it when they're giving it their all and they do find the success, and if you don't find the success and you're giving it your all, you know, take a couple steps back, take a look at not only yourself, but at what it is that the information that you do have in terms of if you're doing an EWO or a scalping, what's burning you or I want to say, why do you keep losing or not being successful, and take a good hard look. Sometimes you got to look at yourself and then transition right into, am I following the rules that are set out? And the rules are important because of the protection of the accounts. But if you're breaking every single rule, not just some, not just all, but you're following maybe one, and you're trading every day, but are you breaking everything else and just ignoring it and then asking yourself, well, I just don't know what's going on? Yes, the protecting of your account is one thing, and then trading is another. And what I mean by that is like the entries, the exits, the holds, the shaves, the sheds, the stops, all that stuff. So you have to marry both of those things together and bring them both together. And the reason that is because you're protecting the account, you're learning how to trade, and then maybe you're following all the rules, but you're ignoring the trading side of it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like you're just trading anything you see a green candle, and you're not, incorporating all of what you've learned, and then you're just blowing yourselves up. Well, I don't say blowing yourselves up, but you're following the rules, you're blowing the 1% and 3%, and then after the second day, you stick to it, and then you come back and you say, I'm not going to trade. I'm supposed to take, a couple weeks off, if not a month off. I'm supposed to go to paper trading. I'm supposed to stay there. But how many people are actually doing that? How many people are actually, taking a break and saying, I shouldn't be touching real money because everything I touch turns to crap, or every trade I make turns to crap. So what am I doing? I'm waiting 24 hours. I don't take any trades. I come back on the fourth day, even though I'm supposed to chill for about a couple weeks. I come right back, and then I get a green day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back. I'm in it. And then all of a sudden, the fifth day, I turn red. Well, I'm back within the rules. I'm back within the rules. I had 2 red days. I took a day off. I got a green day. I got a red day. So technically, I got one more day. One more day. One more. I'm looking at you. One more day.
You're
And
skating
then
the rules, Bruno.
what's that?
I've got a question in TikTok. There's a good one for you. Wandy, how can we tell 100% that you are ADD trading?
Come into the free Discord and ask for me. I'll talk to you right now live. Show you how real we are.
Is he? Wait, hold on a second. Is that a facetious comment, or hold on? Let me because he said it 3 times, like we couldn't see it the first time. But
Yeah,
how can we tell 100% that you are ADT trading? So break that down for me. Are you saying, are we members of ADT and trading? Are we trading? Are we trading?
on the third time it says that I've been approached many times with impersonators.
Okay, I see it.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think he's trying to be facetious. I think he's generally curious on security and verifying.
Yep.
Makes sense.
He's going to the right site. He's going to the
I would
correct.
agree, because there are a lot of fake accounts out there for sure.
There are fake accounts, but the only way to really, you got to come in, you got to, come to, like, listen, if you come onto our Discord and the very first thing I start talking about is memberships, like you and I have opened up a ticket and I start talking to you about memberships and not trying to get your questions answered, that's a problem. All right. And maybe the scammers out there will be like, damn, maybe I should start trying to solve their problems. If I come into a ticket with you and I immediately start asking you, how's your trading going? and you haven't been here that long, that's a problem. Okay.
Yep.
So I
Red
listen,
flags.
there's really no way. And Doug said it best. That's what Doug was answering. And come in and I'll jump on a Zoom call with you right now. And you'll see that I'm not trying to sell you some snake oil or try to scam your crypto.
Yep.
I
Yep.
thought it was a
We're here
good
to make
question.
sure that, we're here to make sure you've got your journey started in the right direction. That's all we care about.
All right. Let me look through this chat. We miss any questions? That's why it's
No.
always good to have another set of eyeballs, because I totally would have missed that third question or third thing that he said.
Yes, sir.
Well, my apologies there, Wandy, Wandy.
Well, and you know, and I can say in their defense too on TikTok, I've done this, typed it one time and had 17, you know, it whenever I hit enter, it popped up 17 times on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the first two, and then when I scrolled up a little bit, then I saw the very next one. But it for me it laid out a
Yeah.
differently. So, all right. What was it? Where was I? Yeah. So just going back to, are you really truly finding, or doing the rules? And I was talking to this person, and we were talking about it, and just say, hey, and they were interested, and then I started kind of just saying, what was involved? What do we have? We have a Discord, we have a Zoom call. We have email communications. We have newsletters that go out. We have onboarding. We have all these different things. We have TradingView, Webull, all these different applications. As long as you're willing to learn each system and how to access it and navigate, that's the first step. And then the second step is understanding that this even if you dedicate 1 hour a week, or sorry, 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, maybe it's 7 days a week, 1 hour a day. That's a hell of a lot better than 15 minutes for a call out. At least you're dedicating a time, watching the videos, kind of going through the material, but it does take some dedication. I'm going to say some. There's some that have a hell of a lot more dedication, that are here constantly every day grinding it out. But if that's not for you and you're looking for the next greatest thing, how to get rich quick, this is not it. This is not a how to get rich quick. Yes, there are people that make it look easy, but I promise you there's a story behind those people, and they've been here for many, many years. Okay. And then also
Doug, what was it, you or was it David that, was it take 15 minutes a day to create a habit?
it's probably David.
Probably David.
It's 21 days to create a habit or break a habit.
Yeah.
That too.
21 days.
I like routines. I like structures. I say this all the time. I am not a person, and I think Coach knows this about me, is I'm not a person that kind of likes just to wing it. You know what I mean? I don't like to wing it. I like to have a process in place. I like to have a schedule, and schedule, moderators know what I mean. And I know moderators don't have a schedule, but I know who can I count on, who can I depend on, and the same thing goes for trading as well, right? So having a routine, a schedule. I mean, granted, the sleep may not be there, the hours are all crazy, but I know every day, 8 o'clock, hot stock picks need to be posted. Moderators that work kind of side by side with me with that, they know I want to post it at 8. I want to have that ready to go. And you'll hear me on the call kind of say, well, I got to break away. And then, I get sucked back in. And so 8:45 on the dot, we just got to create that repetition, that pattern. You know what I mean? And that same thing applies for life. And I'm the same way with work. So, outside of here, of course, I have my bag is packed, laundry's made, routine. Wake up, get myself situated, my stuff ready to go for the next one on the weekend, right? Coming up. So I'm ready to go. I have all my stuff laid out. My clothes is all pressed, ready to go, hanging up. I like to have that habit. And the same thing goes, the routine. Same thing goes with trading. Come in, look, trade, know what I want to trade, know what the what I'm looking for, and does it fit my criteria? And if it doesn't, then I'm not trading it. If I see something that I like and I've seen that story before, I don't take a trade on every single hot stock that shows up with volume. I trade it if it feels good, looks good, news is good, free float's good. There again, it comes down to a routine. When you build those positive or successful habits, things should kind of fall in line, right? So, and I say that just who I am. If I have a schedule to maintain, I don't like to half-ass it, and I don't like to get lazy. I really don't. I don't like to get lazy when it comes to certain things. I want to have a routine and just know that we do the same for stock market trading. Like, I get it. There's days off and holidays and stuff like that where we kind of just chill back and relax. But the same thing, same principle applies. Not only will it make you a better trader, but it'll also make you more structured in life as well when you have those routines. Ange talked about that one time. I remember her story, but that's how I am. After we get off here, I'm going to start thinking about prepping lunch. And, again, it sounds silly, but it's true no matter what we do. Right. So have a routine, have a process, wake up every morning like clockwork. If it's working out, go work out for a little bit. I should go work out too, because I'm getting a little thick around the
it's funny to me that you say that, Bruno. The last 22 years of my life has been routine.
I didn't get a routine, James.
That when the routine gets thrown off, it is absolute chaos.
I haven't had a routine. Well, I wasn't a person that had a routine up until probably like 30, 35. Believe it or not. When I was younger, maybe, but then I got to a point where I was like, well, whatever, I'm just going to wing it. And then I figured out that it's like winging it really sucks because you're chasing your tail and all these different things. And then when I got a job working for the airlines, it was the schedule, being on time. If you were on time, you were late. If you were early, you were on time.
Yes, sir.
That right there, that quote stuck with me. And I said, well, no, I need to make sure that I'm there early. So it accounts for cars breaking down, traffic, buses breaking down, shuttles breaking down, congestion, all these things. And if I show up and I'm there like, damn, I got all this time, I'm going to go get something to eat. Just, go a little bit early.
That's why you tell your wife or your girlfriend that you got to leave 3.5 hours before the flight actually takes off.
Oh, she don't care. She definitely don't care. Like, I got to do what I got to do. I'll see you when I see you. Peace out. I will be there literally 30 minutes, 40 minutes earlier than I need to be to sign in or whatever. So Same thing, building that repetition, that habit, wake up, look at the market, whether it's news, you're scanning for news, build that repetition. I promise you, it will kind of keep you somewhat grounded and organized. And when you're looking,
and I have a cheat code for routine too. So
yeah, what is it?
I have a Bubba B.
Oh, that's right.
He's got a mini worker. Go.
I do.
Go get this now. I wish. But yeah, I wasn't always like that. I when I got to the airlines, then I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit more structured. And let me tell you, when I'm in those hotels, I absolutely love that kind of, you got your stuff over here and it's set up and you got, I don't want to go too deep down a rabbit hole, but just know that when I'm in those rooms, I have like a very specific process that I do. Not napping. Miranda will say, but he probably naps a lot.
It's just one of those things where you clap your hands.
Do you lock and unlock the door 3 times before you turn away from it?
What's that?
The toothbrush is facing the right direction.
Okay, that's OCD. That's not a routine. But yeah,
I was alluding to that. Are we turning around 3 times after we clap our hands a couple times after entering the door, or what?
no, that's superstition. No, that's not a routine. Click my heels 2 times and say, "Let me close these curtains. Now the fun
Yep.
begins." Okay.
There's no place like hotel. There's no place like hotel.
Well, I have a question for you, Bruno.
Yeah.
You talking about everywhere you go, you talk to people about ADT. Do you just start talking about it yourself, or do you find people approaching you and asking you questions?
Well, a lot of times what happens is I will be either like sitting at a table with the laptop, or I'll be, in the air with the laptop. They'll see my logo, they'll see my screensaver, then they'll see the broker, then they'll start probing and asking questions, and they'll see my involvement in it. So whether I'm sitting down in a lounge area, just kind of on the laptop doing work or whatever, somebody will be nosy enough to say, "Hey, what's that? What do you got there? What's this American Dream Trading?" And then I'll kind of just explain it's online education, stock market education company. We have over 6,500 members in the Discord. We have over 10,000 members on WAP. We have over 2,700 paid members on WAP, and then that doesn't include all the other ones before when we didn't have WAP. So we had a lot of members. Let's just say we have a lot of members, whether they're active every day or whether they're active maybe once every 2 weeks or a week, whatever. And then I'll just explain. It's like, this is what we got. This is what we teach. To be a day trader, you can be a long-term investor. I mean, we do a lot of day trading training. I get it. But some of the concept, a chart is a chart is a chart. So if you apply it, for more long-term strategies, you could do that as well. And then out of the gate, I'm telling them, I was like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed. I'm not none of that stuff. I don't have my Series 7. That's something different. But I don't have any ties to a license. There's no degree, none of that stuff. So I hit them with the disclaimer. I hit them with the transparency. And then I started hitting them with this is as reported by members.
Right.
And then their mouth drops. And they're like, that's impossible. And I said, well, I will tell you this. We kind of know what's paper. Oh, okay, I gotta watch what I say here. We can see what's being paper traded and what's actually an actual number that's not verified, not audited, but unfortunately we can know the difference, right? We could tell the difference. We could tell when somebody's giving us percentage and a dollar amount. So and then I tell them the backstory. There's a backstory. And I don't go, the people who want, listen, there's fear, obviously, when you make a lot, that a new level of fear breaks out. So you don't want to put yourself and your family at harm's way. So if what was actually out there, they would shit an egg roll when I tell you. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I can't tell you that I audited it or I verified it with an auditor, but you would shit an egg roll. Let's just say that. And I can tell you it's far beyond anything that we physically have seen as a group together collectively. This isn't a hard sell, people. I'm just telling you my experience and what I've seen. And again, going back and just explaining, not even just like the really big numbers, but like here's a consistent person in our profit and loss. Every day they want 3%, 5%. They're achieving it every single day. And I just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I just keep going. I just keep scrolling. And they're like, wow, that's freaking amazing. And I'm like, yeah. And also we got people that have retired or they, no longer have to work, or they've quit their jobs, or they've, said the hell with this, I'm staying home. And they just keep probing more and more and asking more and more questions. And then it's like, well, how do I get involved with that? I said, well, you can go to the website, you can sign up for a free Discord. And I wish that it was just a website, you click a button, boom, you're in a Zoom call. But unfortunately, you have to do the Discords and all the things. Well, I've never heard of Discord. And then this is where we get into this whole, yeah, it was designed by gamers or for gamers, I should say. And then we kind of adapted it to kind of have a community of people that want to trade. And what they've never heard of it, and it sounded complicated. And then that's like, well,
You lose them.
you lose them. You lose them after that.
Mhm.
Like I just want to get in there and go. Now, if coach is listening, of course, might be a great possibility. Probably throw a couple hundred thou at a company to design an entire infrastructure website where everybody kind of stays in one spot, like a Zoom integrated into a website. And yeah, that would be fantastic. Because it's like you got to get them to go through this website to this checkout
To
over.
jump over here to do this. Yeah.
So that would take you to the next level if you can just integrate everything in one convenient location, right? Similar to Discord layout, but just where you go in, you click a button, you pay a membership, boom, you're inside. That is it. Cut out. There's too much. There's middlemen, like, or the middle. I got to go here, click here, and go there. And you know what I mean? So, but that's where I lose them is just. But then again, if you think about it, just what I just had finished saying, the willingness to want to learn, the dedication to invest time to do it, and then if I saw that kind of deterred you a little bit, that you don't know what Discord is and you don't want to find out, even though I just showed you, it's like how dedicated are they going to be to actually learn, watch a video, learn? Because we only see the result, we only see the back end of somebody that spent 3 or 4 years doing this, and then afterwards they just want to get to the afterwards part. They don't want to do the 3 to 4 years
of work. Yeah.
out in the work. They want to go straight to the 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 15.
Well, and you can tell too when you're talking to people if they're genuinely curious, or like you said, that at that point when you lose them. For myself, I get a lot of questions with the ADT gear.
Yeah.
The hats. I do have a metal debit card. You can see that's the background I've got there.
That thing is sweet, by the way.
That thing gets a lot of questions.
Well, my laptop gets all the questions. They see it. It's a big
right. But I'm not with my laptop everywhere. There's been more times I've had better conversations, more longer conversations, I guess I should say, where I had to run up to the store real quick, and before checking out, I in the middle of a trade on my phone, people are like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, a lot of people just don't believe it, right? They don't believe it's true.
Yeah.
They don't believe it's accurate. And I see the comment, Bayside Jim said, gotta treat it like a college course, and he's absolutely correct. Like, you gotta treat it like a livelihood. You gotta treat it like a business, your own CEO. What would you do, if your business wasn't becoming profitable? And essentially what you're doing is you're showing a red P&L to your investors as a business, and you're not growing. And when you don't grow, you go bankrupt and you close down shop because it wasn't, listen, nothing we do is easy. I mean, we make it sound easy because based off of, remember, this is many months, many years of people just getting it, and it's clicking, and then it sounds like it's easy. And maybe that's not the great marketing approach, but at least I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you straight up that it's dedication, it's time, it's the willingness to want to learn. If I could tell you, yeah, anyone can do it. Yeah. I mean, anyone can, but not everyone will, because of the effort that it takes, the time that it takes. And people sometimes don't have that time, and that's okay too. I'm being honest with you. I'm not scolding you for not having the time. But if you have the time and the dedication, the willpower, and you got nothing going on in life in terms of just like a busy lifestyle, you don't even want to know what my schedule looks like. I got a massive pounding headache, not from just talking, but from I took 3 flights yesterday, up, down, 36,000, 35,000, 30,000, ears popping, compression, this, that.
Jet lag.
Every time I go on there, I gain like 3 pounds because of all the damn altitude changes. But anyway,
Well, put the peanuts down.
it ain't the peanuts. I eat pretty damn healthy when I'm away, and that's the other thing. When I'm home, like this thing's almost gone, but I'm not. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, Reese Pieces.
Yeah, but this is old. Okay, this has been sitting here for a very long time at that volume. Okay, I never bought a new one. I just sits
A
here.
week is not that long, Bruno.
Huh?
A week is not that long.
No, this thing has been sitting here for like months. Okay, months. I haven't reloaded it, but anyway.
And I brought up the ADT gear too to say something that I find impressive about Coach and American Dream Trading. There is a lot of cool gear out there. He doesn't make any money off that. There's no markup on it. So anything you get, hats, hoodies, it goes directly to the people that make it and shipped directly to you.
Yeah.
So there's the cost of production and shipping.
We have a site. We have a new site that I have to explore. I just need to. I mean, I say I just need, and then when there's always something going on, right? There's always a training class. There's always a schedule that needs to be filled. But we do have there's a new site, but I gotta show him, and you can customize and add different products, and we can get more products than what we currently have. And the pricings don't seem that bad. It goes to a fulfillment center. They handle everything. But I got to talk to him about it. That was like on the last of the list of things I got to ask about. But yeah, it's just, we might change it up and do other items. So,
well, and just to say, it's little stuff like that I appreciate. It's the little things that a lot of people overlook that, Coach and we at American Dream Trading do that nobody else out there is going to do.
Yeah. Well, we want to be a household name. We want to be a household name for stock market trading, right? We want to be able to tell people or have people confident that they can learn something. And there's people that do learn. I know that. There's people that's, they're stuck in their ways. Can't get them to break habits. They won't release the habits. Maybe we start a new membership that Bruno flies to your house and cracks you upside the head with a paddle or something. And I'm being facetious, but you break a rule, Bruno flies to your house and smacks you across the head. Oh, he's promoting violence. No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Red room.
Yeah. Red rum. Mark's in the chat. Let's see what we got. Wade said at least a week, huh? Yeah, it's been more. All right. It's been sitting here. It's been sitting on the floor. You see? He eats junk too. No,
vanilla wafers. That's not junk.
All right. Let's see. Started
I challenge that reality.
Dunn said, I started on 1.5, haven't missed a day. Fantastic. That's the way to do it. I mean, that's good dedication right there. I'm going back and slowly reading the comments, guys. So if you're sticking around, Ohio State's in the chat. We got to get him out of here. Aren't you busy doing something, sir?
I say, is he still on vacation?
I don't know what he's coming and going. I don't even know. I do love how he goes in there. He's like, I took Thursday and Friday off. I was like, hey, what are we doing on Monday? I said, somebody's bored. I can tell. I can see. I can see. Welcome back, Mark. Welcome back. Let me see here. Let me go through these comments over on
Nobody poked the
YouTube.
bear and mentioned Go Blue.
While you're reading that, if we have anyone in West Michigan on I-96 listening to the broadcast right now, there is a 100-plus vehicle accident on I-96 between Hudsonville and Zeeland. Please avoid that area.
Damn. What?
Ice
And
Ice Baby.
blessings, thoughts, and prayers to everybody that's involved in that mess.
100 car. Oh, is it snowing?
Yeah, you should take a look at the fun house. I posted a picture of me driving to work this morning.
I gotta look. I'll look. We also have a fun house too. Which fun house? The regular fun house?
Yeah, just the regular one.
Oh, that looks fun.
Yeah.
If I can just find the fun house. Hold on, it's beyond.
I could show you my drive to work, but it's pretty short and boring.
I got it. Oh no. You can keep all that.
Down. Page down.
You can keep all that.
Right
there. Nope. Definitely keep all that.
So, visibility is really terrible. I just got an alert on my phone about the accident. So, if you're in that area, please avoid it.
Yep. James, we're gonna be accountability partners. We're gonna start getting a routine. We're gonna start going for a walk. That's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna need to do.
Okay.
Let's see. Michael asked, why is futures is down almost 400 points? I know about gold and I don't care about gold. That was Michael. Metals are up, currencies are up, NG oil. Okay, Doug responded to you. No, they're not peanut M&Ms. They're Reese's Pieces. D-Rock 2023 said, more of us need to revisit the start again, how to get a routine, checklist, research before trading, work on Sunday before market. Many of us turn on computer and are just going blind, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what's causing that. I mean, I don't know what's causing where you go just deer in the headlights, and I don't know. How do you, is it like the extra? I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for you guys. I want you guys to tell me what is causing that, because I could tell you, there could be a number of reasons. Distractions at home, distractions even just with the lives, maybe. I don't know. What makes you go blind like that? I was thinking someone knew why the future's down almost 400 points.
I'd say stubbornness would be a lot of it for a lot of people.
Self-sabotage more than anything. They're not attuned or accustomed to the success that they're feeling. Their brain doesn't know what to do with it, so they self-sabotage.
Yeah, but you also have like a day of lower volume, and it's just, listen, markets are always going to react in the way they react. I mean, it doesn't have to be the W word, right?
That's right.
And you keep saying, I mean, you say, well, I don't say you keep saying, but they've been talking about this for a while, right? The W word. I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm just going to say there's a difference between, you know what? I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm moving on. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's immediately that there's talks that's what's driving your futures to completely crash out. Whereas at the start of the beginning of the week, the market just opened up, or at least the futures market opened up.
We're in heavy consolidation right now, and the indices, the metals are way up. I mean, we're hitting all record highs on gold and silver.
Things need to breathe, guys. Yeah, things need to breathe. If there's a difference between a complete like dumpster and just a breathe back or a pullback or a retracement or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, the NQ hasn't even come close to the 200 indicator on the daily yet. So until that happens, we're fine. Really, really fine. It's just consolidating. That's all it's doing.
Switching over to futures, even though I don't like futures.
Why don't you?
No, it's not that
You
I
know,
don't like it. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't. It's just one more thing to have to like. I don't even want to worry about it. Not
listen,
that
I
I
like
don't.
I like not having the Greeks. That's what I like about it.
And getting your money back.
Right away, instantly. Yeah. Hey, did you see that post in Traders Lounge? By the way, I meant to ask you about it earlier. About the
Hold on 1 second. What was he saying about what? What was it? Oil? What was it? What was that was dropping?
the indices are the only thing that's really negative today.
No, but I'm saying he was saying something in the comments
Oh,
about
the futures market is down like 400 points, but
futures
that's yeah. NQ
overall.
is down.
Overall,
Yeah, yeah. NQ is down 300. ES is down $67. Russell's down 32. Dow's down 423. So the indices are taking a big hit today, but everything else is up.
you guys have a heat map for futures?
Yeah, we do. It's in the newsletter.
No, I'm saying like a live one. You know how we have for stocks for
Oh,
sectors.
not that I look at. There might be, but I don't look at
I
one.
just want to see an overall broad picture of the market. Oh yeah, the futures market, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, that's not
Like
it.
a heat map for the futures.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going over to bar chart here real quick.
that's down. Oh, they have for forex and they have for indexes, but that's forex.
Yeah, currently the overall market, I would say, is still in good shape. Energies are up 5%. Metals are up 1.64%. Softs, which are your um, crumbs, I just went blank. Softs are up 1.3% or 1.03%. Grains are up almost 1%. All markets in general are up for 0.64%. So,
This is obviously frozen in time.
mm-hmm.
This isn't going to give you anything live, but I just wanted to see if there's any reason to start panicking about a W word.
I wouldn't think
Historically,
about that just yet.
historically, some sectors will do really well, but that's my opinion. But
No,
Yeah, I mean,
it
typically
doesn't matter to me.
energy
I've
will.
learned how to trade up, down, and
or
sideways.
sideways,
So
up, down, sideways, and circles.
Yep.
It's for easy. It's for Gazi. It's for that's. I don't care what direction it goes. Anyway, let me get through.
Jerry over on YouTube, futures doesn't have a cap on losses. You are correct.
Like,
However, the maximum you can claim on taxes for losses is $3,000 per year.
yes, sir.
That's right, prop over on YouTube. You are correct. So yeah, over in the Traders Lounge, there was one of our members was talking about the New York Stock Exchange, and I just went over to verify it real quick, being put on the blockchain for 24/7 and instant clearing, so you guys don't have to worry about your cash settlement anymore. Wouldn't that be something?
yeah, I thought that was also kind of covered in the crypto lounge, I believe,
Yeah.
along with Bucko bragging on his 401% open long and an additional 665% on crypto.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an animal over there, man. I'll tell you what.
Chart's a chart, right?
Chart's a chart. That's all it is.
Hold on a second. Going back, circling back, because I want you guys to, or hold on a second. Jerry says he has futures, has no cap on losses that you could use for tax purposes. Okay, so it is mostly for tax. I thought maybe you meant like why does a futures contract cost more, or not cost more, but why is there a significant loss based off of what you paid? So for that contract, right? So you got to remember that. I mean, maybe this is part of that question, or maybe it's not, because I think you said for tax purposes or something. But
Yeah.
for example, when you're using a margin, it's in the initial margin requirement. So say a contract value is valued at, we're going to say $100,000, and to trade that contract value, you're only putting up 5,000. So technically, you would control $100,000 worth of oil. We'll just say oil, with only
True.
$5,000 cash. So that's
Correct.
why, if it goes against you, you can see where the losses can increase more than that 5,000. Does that make sense?
That is correct.
Yeah. So I just
And
wanted to make sure we had that.
most of your brokers will have a circuit breaker there, because they're not going to want to take the hit either and want to come after you for somebody Bruno after you to get their money. So
You're going to be the
more times than not.
proud owner of 100 barrels of oil. I said, just put that
Well,
in the backyard. We got it.
yeah, there are some commodities that you can do that with, but more times than not, they're just going to say, "Give me my money," and your broker will liquidate your account prior to you losing all of the money in the account. Typically, you'll get down to like 3-5% or something. It depends on the broker, really, but you could lose your entire account and then some if the broker decides that, well, you made the choice. You didn't manage your trade. You didn't use your stops. All the things we tell you to do and train you to do. Now you got to pay for it.
Yeah. And prop 002. We're gonna wrap it up here shortly because I'm starting to get a little antsy, and I have nothing in this thing, and I need to get myself a fidget spinner because I need to stop this as well. We'll just anyway. So prop 002 said, if you have a membership with ADT and follow the rules, put in the hard work, the future looks bright. I would love to say that 100% that the future would look bright, but ultimately, then this is, I guess, where I would stand. If you can come in here, learn a skill, and even just slightly be green and maybe even break even, but not take any substantial losses and have your money and you're having a good time, to me, that's valuable. You may not be 100,000, 200,000, and I don't want to say dollars, but I guess I got to say dollars, but a lot of money, right? Like I can't, because, TikTok's algorithm is so weird. I can't sit here and promise people that they're going to make money, right? So, but even if you just break even, but you're learning how to do it, and I'm telling you that break even is still a win, right? You just went into a trade, and it sounds weird, but you didn't lose anything, right? But you had some fun. You traded it, whether you took 3 or 5 trades throughout the day, you made some on one, you lost some on another, you're break even, you're able to come back and do it all over again and have some fun. Eventually the goal would be you've learned it so well, and you consistently just stay neutral and then slightly green, and then to the point where you now have built like a niche to do this and trade. And then also at the same time, you start to compound the small little wins. And then your account starts to grow, right? Because I always am a firm believer, if I start with a $10,000 account or a $20,000 account, and I've maintained that 20,000 over the course of my life of my membership, and I've never taken any substantial losses, or I've never, I would never went down 10%, 20%, 25% of my account. And I've maintained it. In my eyes, that's still a win because you've learned it. You've learned how to do something with that. And you learn also to stick to the rules and not lose any of your capital. Right.
Exactly.
But if you slightly go green and you keep knocking out base hits matters. And by the way, that would be in our workshop class that's coming up on Thursday, on the 22nd. And if you want to sign up, there's the link for it. We're going to wrap it up here. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? Because I have to tinkle and use the restroom, so I don't want to just step away.
How's that go again? There you go. I honestly, I love the compounding. The 1 to 3%. And I can go less than that. $20 a day. That's an extra $100 a week.
Yeah. The Rogue Ranger said, "Drank the Kool-Aid, Bruno." I ain't going over there. I don't want to go over there. I don't like futures. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any personal feelings towards futures. I'd go over there if I knew our regular Zoom call was locked down.
You got to get that orange flavor.
We're not doing orange.
Gotta have the orange flavor. Come on.
Not doing orange.
Tinkle. Gotta tinkle. Bucko's in the house. Bucko's in the house.
Market research, Bruno. Market research.
I'm about to conduct some market research. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate the 47 people. We had up to 60 people. Still a pleasure to come on here to kind of talk to people, kind of get another set of eyes. And coach coming in, James, the keyboard warrior, Doug. That's here pounding away at the keys. You better find a filter for that. I better not.
Can we?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a filter unless you got to run it through OBS.
Lord,
we've been at this for a while, Doug. Just so we were clear, and you missed me before when I had said I've used virtual cable. I've been trying to figure it out. On OBS, there's the problem. Here, it's a very minimal problem, but you can still get the Zoom users to come through. I just got to turn down my speakers or put on headphones, and that should be isolated where there's no big echo. But on OBS, it's still not a problem. And yes, I'm still every day I'm looking to try to find a solution for it, but we don't have one just yet. So if we all jump on together and kind of share each other's settings, but if you have something that I don't have, then I got to figure out how you got it, and it's on a Windows computer. But virtual cable seems to be the thing that we want to look into. Okay. So,
well, I'm assuming y'all have been able to hear when I'm typing as well. So
a little bit, but not as loud as Doug. Not as loud.
It may just be mic placement.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. I need to get my mic off the desk.
All right, guys. Any final words? You have the floor.
Thank you, Bruno.
No, I'm good.
The workshop class. Looking forward to pre-market tomorrow morning, actually.
Are you really? What are you going to do in pre-market?
Study. Make some money. Try to teach.
I'm going to go build my routine, starting with the restroom.
There you go. Have a good night.
See everybody. Dawn, you're up next, I guess. So if you're listening. All right. Or if anybody wants to jump on at 2 for futures, I don't know. You guys do whatever you want. If somebody wants to jump on, if not, Dawn's also got it at 3. So I think we're at 3. We should be good. Dawn can take that next one, and she can do her thing. I'll try to come back on. I got to look through the Discord because when I'm doing lives and doing this, I'm hardly looking at the comments and the tickets to kind of do multitask and stuff like that. So, all right, cool.
Well,
thanks everybody. Thanks moderators. Thank you in the chat as well. Moderators in the chat on TikTok.